Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. What we covered in this video. If you have confused when to use Flexbox and when to use CSS Grid, you are in right place. Many beginners know about the technologies, but they often get confused about which one to use in real project. By the end of this video, you will understand what Flexbox is, what CSS Grid is, the main difference between one-dimensional and two-dimensional layout, and mostly important when to choose each one. So let's get started. What is Flexbox? Flexbox is a CSS layout system designed for arranging atoms in one direction. That direction can be a horizontal or vertical. Think of Flexbox like arranging a books on a shelf. You can place book from left to right or top to bottom, but you are only working in one direction at a time. For example, imagine you have a navigation bar. This is a perfect all item home about services contact. All items are placed in one direction. This is a perfect use case for Flexbox. What is CSS Grid? Now let's talk about CSS Grid. CSS Grid is designed for two-dimensional layout. That means you can control both row and columns. Instead of arranging atoms in one direction, you are arranging them into multiple rows and columns. For example, product 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In this example, you can see it, but we are using the two-dimensional layout, means product 1, 2, and 3, and like placing the product in rows and also placing in columns. This type of layout is much easier to build using CSS Grid. Understanding one-dimensional layout. Let's understand the term one-dimensional. One-dimensional means you are working in only one axis. Means are you working in horizontal or vertical, means x-axis or y-axis at a one time, not for both using at the same time. This is exactly how Flexbox works. You choose one direction and Flexbox align and distribute item along that direction. Understanding the two-dimensional layout. Now let's understand two-dimensional layout. Two-dimensional means you are controlling the both axes together, means you are controlling the x-axis and y-axis together. You decided how many rows you want, how many columns you want. For example, like that. This is where CSS Grid shine. When you use Flexbox, you use Flexbox whenever you are arranging atom in one direction, in a single direction. Example included navigation bar, buttons, header, footer, toolbar, form, field, menu, item. Your content is flowing in one direction. Flexbox is usually the best choice. When should you use CSS Grid? Use CSS Grid when your layout needs row and column together. Example include a dashboards, admin panels, product listing, photo gallery, pricing section, block layouts. Grid gives you much more control over complex layout. You can use both together. Absolutely, you can use both together. In a real world project, developer often use both. For example, you might use CSS grid for the overall page layout. Then inside each grid atom, you can use Flexbox to align button or atoms. For example, like that. This grid layout, overall page, and cards, basically flex inside the grid we are using. Quick comparison is, let's summarize Flexbox one-dimensional work in row or columns. Great for a small component, easy alignment and spacing. CSS grid two-dimensional control rows and column. Great for page layouts, best for complex design. Quick interview questions. At last, we will discuss what the difference between Flexbox and CSS. Good answer could be Flexbox is designed for one-dimensional layout, meaning it arranging atom in either row or column. CSS Grid is designed for two-dimensional layout, allowing you to control both row and columns together. I typically use Flexbox for component like navigation bar or button group, while I use CSS Grid for larger layout such as dashboard, galleries, and product grids. Conclusion: the key difference between Flexbox and CSS, remember this simple rule: one direction use Flexbox row and column, together use CSS grid. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with the other developers. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.